Have you ever imagined a place where there are no rules and freedom is taken to the extreme? It might sound like a fantasy or something out of this world, but this village not only exists, it redefines what it means to live outside the box. Here, walking around without clothes is more than just a lifestyle. It's a manifesto of simplicity and a deep connection to what truly matters. Get ready to dive into a way of life so unique it will challenge your beliefs about what it really takes to be happy. This place isn't just a village. It's an invitation to rethink your life, your choices, and even what freedom truly means. Living on isolated islands feels like stepping into another world, where simplicity, rules, and essentials take on new importance. Without formal laws or infrastructure, the men and women who live there rely on their creativity to tackle everyday challenges. Imagine depending on the ocean for everything: food, transportation, and even leisure. The daily lives of these communities teach us the value of self-sufficiency. With no supermarkets nearby, planting crops and fishing become essential skills. Women, often leaders in these practices, show that resilience is the greatest resource for those living so far from civilization. What's most impressive is the trust that binds the residents together, creating a natural sense of order. With no police or courts, people themselves maintain harmony. This dynamic, both simple and powerful, makes you reflect on what truly sustains a community. Now imagine how this same strength reveals itself in places with fascinating stories like St. Helena. St. Helena is an island steeped in centuries of history, etched into its volcanic stones. Known as the final exile of Napoleon, it's a time capsule preserving the biodiversity and culture of its people. Local men and women live surrounded by breathtaking landscapes and stories that shaped the world. The geography of St. Helena invites reflection on resilience. The island, far from everything, thrives through collective efforts. Women play a crucial role, cultivating food and traditions. Imagine learning from them about historical preservation techniques and sustainable ways of life passed down through generations. Despite its isolation, St. Helena has a vibrant energy. Trails lead to stunning views, and the locals welcome visitors with unforgettable warmth. The contrast between the island's solitude and its rich culture prepares us to explore another isolated gem, where life is even rarer and more precious. Pitcairn is one of the world's most remote islands, with only 6 residents dedicated to preserving its heritage and ecosystem. Life there is a delicate balance between extreme isolation and connection to nature. Women and men work side by side, transforming local crafts into a bridge to the rest of the world. The island is an ecological sanctuary, providing refuge to rare species. Residents grow their own fruit trees and harvest from the sea to survive. Women play a central role, leading conservation efforts and teaching sustainable practices, like crafting items from natural materials. Even with challenges like limited access to supplies, Pitcairn thrives thanks to its strong sense of community. Every action matters, from sharing food to protecting biodiversity. This dedication to sustainability paves the way for a unique lifestyle, much like what we'll see in Palmerston, where even scarcer resources shape daily life. Palmerston is a tiny paradise where every drop of rainwater is precious. With no rivers or natural reservoirs, residents rely on rainwater collection and seafood, always with creativity and teamwork. Women, the backbone of the community, ensure harmony in such a challenging environment. Life in Palmerston revolves around limited resources and deep family ties. Imagine depending on the sea for every meal and the rain for every sip of water. Women teach practices like careful food storage and material reuse, proving that with planning it's possible to turn scarcity into abundance. A strong sense of community keeps everything running smoothly. With no doctors or markets nearby, every resident learns to be self-sufficient. Palmerston is a living example that sustainability is more than just a buzzword. It's a matter of survival. And as we observe their resilience, we move on to Tristan da Cunha, a place where collective strength is just as vital. Tristan da Cunha is the most remote inhabited place in the world, surrounded by a vast ocean and harsh weather. With strong winds and limited access to supplies, life on the island depends on a united community. Women, in particular, play a key role, preserving traditions and managing daily challenges. Fishing and farming are the backbone of survival in Tristan. Men and women work together to grow food and raise sheep, overcoming extreme weather conditions with ingenuity. It's inspiring to see how local women lead sustainability projects, including producing high-quality wool that's exported worldwide. This small community shows how isolation can strengthen social bonds and collective resilience. Every family contributes to the greater good, sharing resources and knowledge. As we explore the determination in Tristan da Cunha, we move on to Socotra, an island where nature tells a unique and enchanting story. Socotra feels like something out of a fantasy tale, with uniquely shaped trees and species found nowhere else on Earth. This little paradise is a living lesson in how humans and nature can coexist. Local men and women work to protect the ecosystem while maintaining a simple, land-connected life. Socotra's flora is so unique it looks like it was sculpted by artists. Trees like the dragon's blood are living relics, and local women lead sustainable harvesting of its sap, used for medicine and natural dyes. Imagine learning ancient techniques from them that honor nature while providing a livelihood. But even amid this wonder, challenges persist. Climate change and uncontrolled tourism threaten this fragile balance. Still, the community remains steadfast, proving that preservation is possible through collective effort. From Socotra, we move on to Caroline Island, where wildlife reigns supreme amidst crystal-clear waters. Caroline Island is a true untouched paradise, where seabirds reign supreme. This natural haven, nearly untouched by human presence, is a prime example of how wildlife thrives when it's protected. Both men and women, particularly conservationists, work tirelessly to maintain the ecological balance of this hidden gem in the ocean. The environment of Caroline is like a hands-on lesson in environmental responsibility. Birds use the island as a critical breeding ground, while the surrounding ocean hosts a vibrant ecosystem. Local initiatives led by women focus on actions like the responsible collection of debris brought in by ocean currents, protecting both the birds and the reefs. Even so, the island faces serious threats, such as rising sea levels caused by climate change. Caroline Island serves as a stark reminder of the urgency of protecting places like this, true cradles of biodiversity. From here, we head to Palawan, where women lead the fight for cultural and ecological conservation in an equally stunning setting. Palawan, one of the natural jewels of the Philippines, is a mosaic of vibrant biodiversity and culture. Among dense mangroves and crystal-clear waters, local women play central roles, leading conservation initiatives and promoting sustainable ecotourism. It's a place where natural wealth and female strength go hand in hand. The women of Palawan are guardians of cultural heritage, preserving ancestral traditions while driving modern practices. They spearhead ecotourism projects that balance income generation with environmental protection. For example, guided tours teach visitors about local marine life and the importance of preserving the island's fragile ecosystems. Beyond being a natural paradise, Palawan inspires other global communities to find harmony between progress and conservation. Its women prove that it's possible to live in tune with nature without compromising culture or the future. With this inspiration, we move on to Lord Howe Island, another fascinating example of environmental balance. Lord Howe Island is living proof that humans and nature can coexist in perfect harmony. This UNESCO-protected site is a biodiversity sanctuary, where women play essential roles in conservation and sustainable tourism management. Every step taken here is designed to respect the ecosystem's delicate balance. Women lead projects like invasive species control and the planting of native flora, ensuring the survival of local species. Even tourism practices are carefully managed, with strict visitor limits in place. This model offers valuable lessons on how tourism can be a force for good when approached with respect and thoughtful planning. Lord Howe serves as a reminder that small changes can make a huge difference. From recycling waste to using renewable energy, the local community inspires the world to rethink its environmental impact. Speaking of impact, our next stop is Savage Islands, where biodiversity faces new modern challenges. Savage Islands are a vital refuge for seabirds, a true paradise of biodiversity in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Protected by strict regulations, these islands are home to delicate ecosystems that play a crucial role in maintaining environmental balance. Local men and women, along with researchers, are key to preserving this unique habitat. The isolation of the islands creates ideal conditions for the breeding of rare species, but it also requires special care. Community-led initiatives, often spearheaded by women, promote environmental education and wildlife monitoring. A practical example is the control of marine pollution, ensuring a safe environment for birds and other animals to thrive. Despite existing protections, the Savage Islands face challenges such as climate change and unregulated tourism. These issues prompt us to reflect on our collective responsibility to protect such unique places. And so we conclude this journey through extraordinary islands, each offering its own lessons on resilience, nature, and humanity.